you say your ex had an affair on you, but used some money of yours?
Yes.
Tell the court what happened. How long were you all together?
So we've been together for 5 years. Everything was going great until the 4th year when he met his assistant, Cecilia. And he said he wanted to do some big work in Vegas so he can get more clients. And he took Cecilia with him as his assistant.
What type of work do you do, Mr. Thompson?
I'm a photographer, Your Honor.
All right. And so you had an assistant you hired named Cecilia.
That is correct.
Okay. And obviously, Ms. Guntuga, you felt like something's up.
Yes, she sent him very flirty text messages. She was very, not shy about her affection towards him. I didn't think anything of it.
And you all were in a 4-year relationship at the time?
That is correct.
That's a lot of nerve.
That is.
She was just complimenting me. I mean, she's a very complimentary person. My love language is words of affirmation. She was just being very nice to me.
She knew your love language as soon as she got hired?
That's important. Yes, Your Honor. It wasn't as soon. We've had her working. She was my assistant.
I smell a rat.
She was.
Ooh, I smell a rat too, Judge. I smell a rat too. Listen, the moment he says love language when referring to anyone other than his partner, a family member, or even a close friend, red flags, ring the bell! The bell hath rungeth.
No, Your Honor. She was my assistant for a good amount of time, and we've grown very close together. And so we talk about.
Yeah,
we were talking
together
yesterday in court about this work husband, work wife thing. It's getting kind of crazy out here in these streets. So you kind of felt like she became your work wife because she knew your love language?
Not at all. She knew that I was in a relationship, and
work wives know that too.
Right.
Work husbands know you're in a full other relationship outside.
But she knows that I work to provide for we have a joint bank account, so I work extra hours, long hours, and
so there was nothing going on between you guys.
Not.
This was just Ms. Guntuga just.
Wait, what was he gonna say? He was about to say not at first. I freaking know it. He's gonna say not at first. It wasn't like that at first. I promise, Your Honor. I promise I didn't want to put my dingle in her dangle. I promise.
Feeling like she was uncomfortable that you had this assistant and you were traveling with her, but you gave her no reason to feel uncomfortable.
There was an incident in the past between me and my assistant. I fired her after that.
Oh, so you had an affair with a previous assistant?
The same one, Your Honor.
And then you hired her back?
I fired her for some time, which I felt was appropriate for the relationship, but in my professional world, it wasn't appropriate to just fire her.
Why?
Because she was an amazing assistant. She helped me do my job and get more money.
No.
Then hire another freaking assistant, dude. I don't know if you know this, but there's like 8 billion people on Earth. You can probably find at least one other assistant in there. Just saying.
There are no other people and all these people on this planet that could be an amazing photographer's assistant?
I did replace her with another assistant, but a lot of them were not as competent. I mean, they didn't know me as well.
You got all the answers, Mr. Thompson. You got all the answers.
I do, Your Honor.
So, Ms. Guntuga, how did we get here? $876. You say that he used out of your joint bank account to fund his affair.
That is correct, ma'am. I saw that in the bank statement because Cecilia, the ex-assistant, sent him a text message saying, "I'm so excited to be in the same hotel room with you. I can't wait."
What?
I woke him up right before his flight the night before, and he admitted that he had an affair with her. I convinced him, well, actually pled with him, to please fire her as his assistant, which he said he did, and then 6 months later, I find them at the same event again. I confronted him about it because he wouldn't pick up his phone calls, he wouldn't pick up his text messages. I had to have the hotel transfer me to his room. And then when that happened, Cecilia picked up the phone.
She's my assistant. Of course she's going to answer the phone.
Sleeping in the same room?
We were not sleeping, Your Honor.
Yeah, you weren't sleeping. You were putting your dingle in her dangle.
I had tons of gear. Part of her job is to unload the gear with me, and that's why she was in my room at the time.
But Ms. Guntuga says that she saw a text message that says she's excited to stay in the same room with you.
That was, she took it kind of out of context. She's excited to be in Vegas because that's where the wedding was. And
No, that's not what that means. Nope.
Oh, hell no! Bro. This is a message to the plaintiff. If you found out that the person that he had an affair with was in his life again in a very close personal way, aka being his assistant again, drop his ass. I believe that people are capable of changing, but it's really hard to change when the dangle you dingled is dangling right in front of your dingle.
So when she answers the phone, what happens? What do you do?
I just hung up. I didn't know what to say. I couldn't say anything, but that's when I knew for sure that he was with her, spending the night with her.
All right, and so that confirmed your suspicions. How do we get to the $876? What happens?
Because that's the amount that I found he took out of our joint savings account to spend the night at the hotel. And I want that money back.
I thought this was a business trip.
it was, Your Honor.
So why is the money coming out of the joint savings account? Shouldn't it
Because-
come out of your company account?
No, so our joint account is, my business is a part of that. That's kind of why we opened it, because I travel for work and part of my expenses on that agreement.
So
that
you
we-
use your personal bank account for some business expenses, but you just earmark those things.
It's not really a personal one. It was a joint account between the both of us. The reason why we opened it was because of my business. So it was really business spearheaded.
Why did you need to be on the joint bank account for his business, Ms. Gantuga?
Because the original agreement we had wasn't that it was a business account, it was just a joint account for travel.
And what was the agreement you all made?
The agreement was that that account would be funded for our hotel, flights, and food expenses.
All right, and so this was an agreement that you were going to use this bank account as a travel account.
Yes.
Okay, is it just me? Or do you find it weird when people have a joint bank account when they're not even married? Like, you're just boyfriend-girlfriend. Why do you have a joint bank account when you're just boyfriend-girlfriend? You're not husband-wife, you're boyfriend-girlfriend.
And what was the contributions that was to be made to that account?
So far, I know I put half of what was in that account, and I believe he put half very recently.
And what was the total of that in the account? What is your half you put in?
I put in $5,000.
$5,000. And then at some point, Mr. Thompson put in $5,000?
I believe so.
I put in way more, Your Honor. She works at a diner at home. I work extra hours traveling, and so it's not even 50-50.
Do you have any proof of this agreement and of the funds that were in this account? Did either of you bring that?
Yes, ma'am.
May I see that, please?
Take that.
Joint account agreement. Oh, wow, you actually made a written agreement. This is great.
Yeah.
We both agree that our joint account will only be used for the following: household expenses, groceries, rent, anything for the house, and travel expenses, hotels, flights, foods, etc. This is your signature, Mr. Thompson?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. This is one thing I can say. I like the fact that you all did a written agreement about what you're going to do. I'm a firm believer that I know we've gotten all techie now, but I still do. Even with my 13-year-old son, if I make an agreement with him, we're going to do a contract, and you're going to sign. Then when you breach, I don't have to say, remember we had discussed, and then suddenly we got amnesia.
Y'all better be thankful that you don't have a judge as a parent. I wouldn't have gotten away with half the crap that I did growing up if I had a judge parent.
And this is a receipt for the amount, of the hotel, the $876. All right, so it seems like you all had a clear understanding as to what you were going to do. Was there a certain amount you all were supposed to deposit each month?
No, Your Honor. Whenever I worked, it would directly go into the account. So it's what helps pay the bills. It's what helps put the food in the fridge. You know, it's what keeps the lights on. So I'm
Your Honor,
working
you just
all these
recently
hours.
started working.
Imagine how I feel. I've been working all these hours, going all over the country and paying to stay in these hotels and stuff, and now she's suing me.
Poor Mr. Thompson working hard and staying in these hotels with these assistants, and these assistants know his love language and answer the telephone. Poor thing.
It's important
This
to have
sounds like
good
a terrible life for you.
I'm working a lot, Your Honor. I'm working a lot. And
So you really felt like your girlfriend was overreacting. You felt like you had an assistant that was efficient and competent, but you had already been caught with the assistant.
right, so I understand, I felt bad when that happened.
So
and
why'd you hire her back?
So she's based in Las Vegas. So I was in Las Vegas. I couldn't get another assistant in time, and she was available, so she came in and
To
filled the
assist
void.
on that particular job.
On that particular job.
That's why she was so excited to stay in the hotel room with him.
Exactly. She hadn't seen me in a long time, so it was nice to reconnect.
Bro, wait, whoa. She's from Vegas and she had to stay in a hotel with you? Hell to the no, hell no, to the no, no. Hell to the no, hell no, to the no, no. Hell to the no. I don't know if you guys know this, but nothing really good happens in Vegas, okay? There's a reason why they say what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I once dated a girl for years from Vegas, and you know what? To be honest, she slept with half the city while we were together. Don't trust anyone from Vegas. I'm sorry. If any of my followers are from Vegas, I'm sorry.
Reconnect.
Connect. That's a networking word. That's
She
professional.
stayed in the same hotel room with him while he said she was not his assistant anymore.
She didn't stay the night. She did what
You
I
say
had
she
my
didn't
gear.
stay the night.
Did you get her own room, or did she, as an assistant, did she have to pay for her own room?
She lives in the area, so she didn't even stay the
she
night.
went back home
She went
at
back
night.
home. She finished the job, which was to
Okay.
deliver the gear, and then she went home.
So you contributed $5,000 to this account. Can you show any proof, or can you confirm with the plaintiff how much do you think you contributed to this account?
I contributed more than $5,000. There's no proof that I have of my contributions, but if you just compare our
Okay,
incomes.
see, that's when you go wrong. I already think you've been talking a little bit too fast, and some of your dots don't connect. But when you tell me that you got enough sense to know what your love language is, but you ain't got enough sense to know how much money you've deposited into a travel account, now I know you lying. See, I love when people know too much, but then don't know the one thing they need to know. And most importantly, you would know how to get that information and bring it to court so you could prove how much you put in there.
I'm here to disprove that she's accusing me of using these funds to create an affair.
Bro, here's the thing. You could have not slept with her this second go around, okay? I will give you that. But the audacity to hire the woman you had an affair with and you had already fired because of said affair, that is grounds enough to drop you and leave your ass out on the street.
Got some evidence? Let me see.
My evidence is the joint agreement, which says that the travel expenses, hotels, flights, and food are covered, that we both signed for.
But
That's
do you
what it was
have any
for.
evidence about how much you put in that account?
I do not, Your Honor.
Okay. This court is charged with first determining, did you all have an agreement? The good thing is it's clear that you did, because you wrote it down and you executed it. And that agreement does say household expenses, travel, hotels, flights, food. Both of you agreed in open court. Doesn't matter if it's personal or professional. So truthfully, Ms. Gontuga, Mr. Thompson could use the funds that were in the joint account to buy travel expenses, including hotel. Now, of course, you would think that you would know that that doesn't mean I want you sleeping with your assistant, but that's not in the agreement, and the agreement just says he can use it for those expenses. That is true. What this court understands that in the state of Colorado where you live, if you have a joint account, you are entitled to the net contributions you've made to that account. Meaning, just because you put in $5,000 and he puts in $2,000 and the $7,000 total, you both aren't entitled to $3,500 of it or entitled to use the whole of it. You're only entitled to use the net contribution that you put in, which is why I kept asking you, how much did you put in? I don't know how you all come to court suing about something. You have enough sense to have an agreement about what you're gonna put and what you're gonna use the account for, but nobody came in here with a bank account record. So why didn't either of you bring your bank account records?
Because that's not true. She doesn't put $5,000 in. I put in most of it. We know that.
Your Honor,
so she
we
can't
met
prove
5
it.
years
She
ago.
can't prove it.
I was working full-time at the diner, contributing to our expenses. He didn't start working until a year ago.
Well, look, he's got the right under the agreement to pull the $876 out. Now, if he wants to be a creep about it and go sleep with his assistant while he did it, what can we do with that? But the truth is, if he's deposited $876 or more into the account and it's there, he has a right to pull that out. Would you say in court today that he's deposited $876 in that account over the course of these years or more?
Maybe a little bit more.
Great, so then he has a right to pull it out. I have to dismiss your case. Judgment for the defendant on that. But what I think the real question of the day is not how much money was in that account. I think what we really want to know is, was he in that hotel room with his assistant?
Oh, dang. Oh, the judge is about to get the real story here, and I cannot wait to drink it up. Spill the tea, Judge.
We don't need to. You already awarded the case, so.
Oh!
I mean,
You ready to go now?
Thank you, Your Honor.
We administered a lie detector test on the defendant because that's really the question of the day.
Is that necessary? I mean.
We asked the question to the defendant: did you, Adrian Thompson, have an affair with your assistant in Las Vegas, and did she stay in your hotel room? The lie detector determined that was a lie.
She stayed with me, but she didn't spend the night. I mean, she stayed
I think he's a
there.
pathological liar. I'm so sorry, man. He lies about everything.
I mean, are we really surprised? The dude was so quick to try and get out of there. Right there, you don't need a lie detector to tell you that he was lying. Honestly, at this point, plaintiff, you need to just cut your losses. Get this guy out of your life. I don't know why you're even trying to hold on at all. I mean, at the first sign of cheating, I would have just like, got him out of there. But I understand when you have like a life with someone, you're trying to fix it, you want it to work out. I understand that. But this dude is a real piece of work, and you gotta just drop him.
I've been working and funding
Don't
this relationship.
apologize to me. Save yourself. Save yourself. So I know that's always probably been going through your mind. And I'll give you this, Mr. Thompson. You a fast talker. Like I said, even for a person like me who makes their living listening to people talk and deciding whether or not it's credible. Oh, boy, you got the gift of gab.
Thank you.
But I had to call you out on it. You didn't understand, and you didn't have the answers to the questions you needed to have answers to. So for me, your credibility was already out the water. So at this point, I cannot award you your $876, plaintiff, but what I can say is I've given you the answer you need to move on in the ways you need to move on. I wish you all the very best. Court is adjourned.
Thank you.
All rise.
Yeah, he is a smooth talker, but something about him reminds me of someone else who was also a great speech giver, and his name was Honest Abe Lincoln. And this bro is the evil twin. Just call him Lion Lincoln. I agree with that judgment. I mean, unfortunately, he had access to the account, and in the agreement, they said he could spend it on travel expenses, and that's exactly what he did. I hope that the plaintiff learns from this, and honestly, she is way better off without this dude. And who else thinks it's crazy that they have a joint bank account? Would you guys ever do that with someone that you're not married to? What do you guys think about the judgment? Do you think it was too much, too little, or just right? I would love to know your thoughts. Let me know. Love ya.
Any final thoughts with each other?
Adrian, I hope you find whatever you're looking for because I'm ready to move on.
I understand. I'm sorry. I mean, I wish you the best and hope you find someone more loyal than me.
Please follow me this way.
Hell to the no!